ミラシカ。何よ。
いや、なんか言ったか。
別に、みっともないって言っただけよ。
そりゃ失礼。
Hey there anime fans. Welcome back to our channel. Today we have new 10 list romance anime. And before we watching in, don't forget to subscribe button and let's watch romance anime. Number 10. Twilight Out of Focus. In front of a camera, roommates Mao Tsuchiya and Hisashi Iwatamo make 3 promises. Mao must not tell anyone Hisashi is gay and in a relationship with another man, Hisashi must never fall in love or make any advances on Mao, and one must not disturb the other's personal time. Thus begins their second year of cohabitation. However, everything starts to crumble when the film club, of which Mao is a member, wants to cast Hisashi in the lead role for their upcoming movie. The problem arises with the movie's plot, as it is about boys' love, a romance between a delinquent and the class president. Mao is adamant to dissuade Hisashi from becoming the protagonist due to their first promise, but, to his surprise, Hisashi is easily convinced by the director. After imagining Hisashi as the delinquent he is playing, Mao becomes overly conscious of his presence. He knows Hisashi is just a friend and out of his reach, but Mao cannot keep lying to himself anymore. His feelings toward his roommate may no longer be purely platonic. Number 9. Senpai is an Okonoko. Makoto Hanaka, a womanly second-year student, easily attracts other people's attention. First-year student Sakiawa is no exception, and she falls in love with Makoto at first sight. Having a vibrant and vigorous personality, she does not hesitate to confess her feelings to her senior. However, Makoto differs significantly from the person Saki perceives. Makoto is not a girl, but rather a cross-dressing boy. After revealing his well-known secret to Saki, Makoto expects her to be disgusted. Surprisingly, she is instead captivated by this revelation. Nonetheless, he still rejects her, but Saki's determination does not stop her from declaring that she will become his first love. With Saki and his childhood friend at his side, Makoto's world brightens, giving him strength amid his struggle between his interests and the expectations placed on him. Number 8. My Wife Has No Emotion. Takuma is a single guy who does nothing but go to work and come home. Too tired to do chores, he decides to get a robot to cook and keep house. Mina-chan is such a good housekeeper, Takuma jokes that she should become his wife. Mina takes Takuma's jokes seriously, and slowly the two start doing more things together, like having a picnic outside. As time goes by, Takuma starts to fall for Mina, but can a human and a robot ever have an equal, loving relationship? Number 7. Pseudo-Harem. Eiji Kitahama, a second-year high school student, just wants to be popular. To help him realize this dream, Rin Nanakura, his junior in the drama club, uses her acting skills to create a harem of loving girls for him. Though the various girls all show fondness toward Eiji, the affection of the actress behind them is very real. Rin's colorful acting continuously delights Eiji, but will the starlet herself ever make her way into his heart? Number 6. No Longer Allowed in Another World. An adventure in another world with cute girls by your side and video game-like powers sounds like an anime fan's dream, right? Not so for melancholic author Osamu Dazai, who would quite literally prefer to drop dead. Video games haven't even been invented yet when he gets yanked into another world in 1948. Really, all the fantastical adventure he keeps running into is just getting in the way of his poetic dream of finding the perfect place to die. But no matter how much he risks his hide, everything seems to keep turning out okay. Follow a miserable hero like no other in this cheerfully bleak isekai comedy. Number 5. The magical girl and the evil lieutenant used to be archenemies.
悪の参謀、そこまでです。あなたの好きにはさせません。
The manga tells the story of Mira, who leads an evil organization trying to take over and destroy everything. Earth is under attack, but a magical girl named Byakuya Memori stands up to Mira's group. As they face off, something unexpected happens. Mira falls in love with Memori. Number 4. Dalia In Bloom, crafting a fresh start with magical tools. After dying of overwork in Japan, Dalia is reborn into a world filled with magic. Raised by a master of magical toolmaking, she develops a passion for the craft and becomes engaged to her father's apprentice. Before her father can see her wed, however, he suddenly passes away. As if this weren't enough, on the day before their wedding, her fiancé announces that he's in love, but not with her. Dalia finally realizes she needs to live for herself. She vows to be her own woman from now on and devote herself to her craft, even if it's not quite the quiet life she was hoping for. From a chance encounter with a knight to starting her own company, there are challenges aplenty on the horizon. But this young craftswoman is no longer a shrinking violet, she's Dalia, and she's ready to bloom. Number 3. 2.5 Dimensional Seduction. I have no interest in real girls. So claims Okumura, the president of the school's manga club. He's your typical otaku, obsessed with a sexy, fictional, 2D manga character known as Lilial. Then the new school year starts, and a real 3D girl named Ririsa whose passion is cosplay joins the club. Ririsa convinces Okumura to become her photographer, and guess who her favorite manga character is? Not only that, but Ririsa is into modeling the fetishy stuff. The boundaries between 2D and 3D start to blur as this hot-blooded romantic comedy unfolds. Number 2. Days with My Stepsister. Yuta Asamura gets a new stepsister after his father remarries, Saki Ayase, who happens to be the number 1 beauty of the school year. They promise each other not to be too close, not to be too opposing, and to simply keep a vague and comfortable distance, having learned important values about men and women relationships from their parents' previous ones. Saki, who has worked alone for the sake of her family, doesn't know how to properly rely on others, whereas Yuta is unsure of how to truly treat her. Standing on fairly equal ground, these two gradually learn the comfort of living together. Their relationship progresses from strangers to friends as the days pass. This is a story that may one day lead to love. Number 1. Alia sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. Smart, refined, and strikingly gorgeous, half-Russian half-Japanese Alisa Mikhailovna Koju is considered the idol of her school. With her long silver hair, mesmerizing blue eyes, and exceptionally fair skin, she has captured the hearts of countless male students while being highly admired by all others. Even so, due to her seemingly unapproachable persona, everyone remains wary around the near-flawless girl. One of the few exceptions is Alisa's benchmate Masachika Q's, a relatively average boy who spends his days watching anime and playing gacha games. Despite his nonchalant demeanor, Masachika is the sole student to receive Alisa's attention. Unable to be fully honest, Alisa is frequently harsh on Masachika and only expresses her affection in Russian. Unbeknownst to her, however, Masachika actually understands the language yet simply pretends otherwise for his own amusement. As the odd pair continues to exchange witty and playful remarks, their relationship gradually grows more romantic and delightful, and Alisa might finally learn to freely convey her true feelings.